Welcome back. Episode 3 of Risoli's Recipes for Success, a daily lesson in personal and professional development. And today, I told you in the intro that I wanted to talk about my guiding principles and take you more in depth through them. So, I wanted today to bring you through the first principle, which is the grounding principle that I operate and live off of, which is the golden rule. And many people do the same. I want to explain a little bit about it, what it means to me. I think I'm going to kick it off with some famous quotes, actually. So I did a little bit of research and wanted to mention some famous quotes and then kind of take you through the meaning of it. And the basis of it is treat others as you wish to be treated. And goes all in life, in work, in personal, children. So without further ado, here's a couple quotes. The time is always right to do what is right. Love it. Martin Luther King Jr. Courage is not the absence of fear, but rather the assessment that something else is more important than fear. Franklin Delano Roosevelt. Do what is right, not what is easy, nor what is popular. Roy Bennett. Fantastic quote. Things in life don't come easy, but doing what is right also doesn't always come easy. Character is doing the right thing when nobody's looking. There are too many people who think that the only thing that's right is to get by, and the only thing that's wrong is to get caught. J.C. Watts. Goes back. I had a little post I put up a month ago around pushing the shopping cart back into its corral at the shopping center. You don't know who's looking, but it's inspirational because your children might be looking, another child might be looking that's not even yours, another person. The first follower video that I put around, that only takes that one other person to do it, and then everyone's doing it. Next quote, another one by MLK Jr. In the end, we will remember not the words of our enemies, but the silence of our friends. Mark Twain, courage is resistance to fear, mastery of fear, not absence of fear. And then one more by the motivational speaker, Zig Ziglar. Winning is not everything, but the effort to win is. So I'm going to talk a lot more about winning in other episodes in the future. But, I definitely wanted to, start off with some of those things. So what does it mean to actually do the right thing? To me, it's doing the right thing. If I could summarize it, is if you're doing the right thing in spite of adversity or a directive, so you're going against maybe a directive and you need to defend yourself, probably it's ethical if you're willing to defend it in front of a large public audience. So that's how I kind of think of it. So if you're doing something and you feel that what you're doing is right, then you should be able to defend that. Defend it no matter what. Defend it in front of whoever. Then if you feel that strong about your convictions around what you've done, then it's probably morally or ethically the right thing that you did. Whether or not it went against the grain or went against a directive. And that can go again in life or in professional setting. So that's what doing the right thing is. And again, I use it in the face of adversity, but doing the right thing is just, again, the basics of doing things on the daily, doing things in the moment, doing things when it's not something to get noticed by. So another thing to think about is when you do the right thing, do you necessarily live a life of anxiety? And then there's also the psychic aspect of karma, right? But those are people that are courageous in life. When you think of someone who's courageous, do you think someone has anxiety that goes with that? When you think of someone who is sound within themselves because they believe in the things that they do, they believe in the way that they treat others, the way they treat themselves, do they live a life of happiness or a life of depression. So that's what doing the right thing is kind of feeling good about what you're doing, and what you're doing to others or saying to others. It's living a life that has a sense of calm, truly knowing that person that is inside um, doesn't have a internal strife, and the only strife that they might have is trying to be the best version of themselves, pushing themselves to the next level. And the reason for that is kind of like my prior episode, is because they want to be a mentor to others. They want to be someone that others possibly look up to, and they want to feel good about themselves ultimately. And then, I just want to touch really quick on like the winning aspect of it. Is doing the right thing is going the distance. It's winning by knowing that you're not cutting things short. What do I mean by that? Do you run a marathon to run to the end, to that tape that's at the end, or to run through the tape? That's the difference between being a winner and doing the right thing, or doing sprints and you got to run to one side and touch the line. And that's actually, I think, going to be my thumbnail for this episode. But do you run to the line and come within 6 inches of that line, or do you touch the line to do the right thing, to make sure you're not cutting corners? That's the difference. That one little picture, or that one little thing is the difference between winning and losing in life. Because cutting that corner, not going all the way, not doing those right things fully, you're the one who has to live with that decision. Those are a reflection of yourself, your being. So that was this episode. Again, always keeping these nice and short, little lessons. Next time we're going to talk about being a good team player, which is my second principle. I'm really excited to talk about that one. And I know it's been a couple of days. Didn't want to put something out there with the holiday. And I hope everyone did have a wonderful Labor Day weekend, whether it was gorgeous in New Jersey. But as you can always find me at Jason Risoli on Facebook and Twitter and LinkedIn, Instagram, Reddit, and I don't remember what else, but it's out there at Jason Risoli, JasonRisoli. Thank you. Hope everyone's well. Send me topics also, things that you'd love to talk about. If anyone ever will want to be a guest, I do these virtually, so feel free to raise your hand, participate if you want to be a guest. This goes out to a large audience. But have a great day, and please live by the golden rule and do the right thing.